Hey, what's happening, folks? Mr. Long. I see Jason Molina. I see Winters on there. I see Alleman out there. Woohoo! Richardson out of space. Ah! Adam Johnson. Woo! 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 This thing getting ready to get crazy, people. Hey, today I'm talking Chris and Marcus and a couple more of you. Why are some people so more successful than others? I'm not talking about just in sales. I'm not talking about just in recruiting and wit, but I'm talking about getting in debt. I'm talking about where you got a massive income, and somebody come up to you and you say, look at here, I'm going to give you millions and millions to be a partner where you can have stock in a company. I know there's a lot of rumors flying, and I just want to tell you, they're true. Partners, baby. It's true. It's true. It's true. Congratulations. More to come. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Alliance is bringing on partners where you have equity and cash. Why some people get it and other people don't? I'm here to tell you. Success leaves clue. So does failure. And the further you up in the tree, you can see it and be like, nah, 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 nah. Or, yeah, do more of that. That right there. Watch this. Gus, do this. There you go. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it from the trees. Ooh, Pumi, I like that background right there. Look at that. 10K Warrior. Pumi! Hey, guys, it's getting crazy up in here. Chris, I'd like to go over with you and a couple of agency managers how this Medicare thing is going to work today if you're available this afternoon.
Absolutely. Make myself.
Oh.
Done.
4 Eastern, Bo. All right. Does anybody recall getting a 22% raise lately? 2-2. 2-0. 2-0. I call it 2-2. 2-2. Roll on, baby. Ah, we hit 2-2. I smell more raises in the air. I smell more increases. I smell more opportunity. The higher the COVID infection rate, the higher the income. 7,000 more people got infected. Woo! Woo! I smell money. When the dam's busted, when the levee's busted in Louisiana, some people went, ah! And other people went, I smell money. That's the way it works, people. When one person's screaming, another person's screaming. One's in delight and one's in fear. One's into profit and the other one's into negativity. It always happens like that. I can't explain it. I'm just a witness. I'm just telling y'all, I've been watching this thing for 27 years. I've been in the hiring and networking business. 20 years in insurance. I made more money in insurance than any other network I've ever been in. And more with the Alliance than anything I've ever seen in my life, guys. I'm telling y'all, multimillionaires are being created for a reason. And people are failing for a reason. And I want to tell you specifically. People say, why don't you just tell me? I tell you, but just because you know, don't mean you're going to do it. Just because a bird is willing to fly, don't mean the bird will fly. It's the do part that matter the most. I see we got a new one on here, and let me tell you something. There's a coincidence going on. I look at my month-to-date issue rate, and these looks like the people that are invited on. People that are selling, people that are printing money, 22% more money, as a matter of fact. All right, I see Rita, how you say it, Rita Kessler. Am I saying that right, Rita? Unmute, confirm for me. I know she's working on it. Pull up those.
Yeah, it's Retta Casper.
Retta?
Yes.
Who you hired by? Who you hired by?
I'm on the Paul Roberts team.
Shocking. You ought to see his graphs.
It's an amazing team to be on, let me tell you.
There's a reason. There's hints to success. And there's hints to complacency, and there's hints to failure. I just see them. And I want to tell you, you're on the right team. You're in good shape. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank you for being on the call today. Here, too.
You're welcome. I'm glad you jumped in on me, man. This is the first thing to do is be here. Showing up. You don't ever want to be absent and not needed on the same day. Absent and not needed. Woo! My mama said, you better be over there. They'll be talking about you. You ain't there. I said, I better go over there.
I'm here. Thank you.
All right, look at here. Joseph 2. That joker just keeps putting people on. He keeps hiring like crazy, and then he'll pop in 115,000. Mr. Bailiff, he just keeps finding a way to submit that business. Submitter. Okay, he's a submitter. I love it. Let's put him up, Bailiff. Finale, Andy Riddle's team, figuring it out, putting them in. I think he's down under, trying to remember whose team he's on. Anyway, he's killing it. He's on part of Riddle's team. Do you know Chris Long? Finale?
I know he's part of Bay Shop. I'm not sure exactly what part of Bay Shop.
Oh, he's under Jerry.
Oh, okay, there you go.
He's under Jerry. Yeah.
Big piece is Bay Shop.
Because Big Mike's looking for somebody just like him. Little Body's looking for somebody like Finale. Find somebody that can produce. Look here. Tucker Parrish. This joker keeps issuing business. Done issued 21,000. Big difference in you get it issued 21,000. 12 applications. Smoking. Finale. 5 issued for 17,000. Megan Wood. I think you saw her on a picture. She's on there. Look around. You can find her. Wave, Megan. Give us some waving. Get some waving, Megan. There she is with the hoodie on. Is that a Christmas? You got a Santa Claus hat on? You delivering presents, Megan Wood? Megan Alleman. I said Megan Wood. It's Megan Alleman. I got confused. Megan Alleman waved. There she is waving. Woohoo! Riding down the road, picking up checks. 36. Oh, that's Megan Wood. I keep mixing them up. I'm seeing Alleman. I'm looking at Wood issued 36 apps. 36 apps in a week. One of my friends from high school just told me he needed a new job. I think I'm going to tell Megan Wood to call my friend up and coach him. He said he's tired of maintenance work. That's what he said, or whatever it is. I'm going to send him to her. Paul Menachino done issued 9 apps for 14,000. Katrina Guston. I think Katrina's on here. I have to keep looking. I know she's on here somewhere. Katrina Guston. I know she said I'm going to jump on. Katrina Guston is on here. Debbie Ben. Debbie Ben was talking to my wife. She says, you know what? My grandma died. I had problems with the family. The COVID hit. I'm kicking it, trying to make up for all year in December. But watch me in 2021. She didn't do bad, and she didn't do bad in 2020 with all the stuff that was going on. There's Mike. I keep going to you, Megan. That's your mama. The mama Alleman done knocked out. Let me see what here. 8 apps for $11,000. Woohoo! Michelle Alleman kicking butt. Oh, look at this. Weinberger done found one. Karen Hundley done knocked out 10 grand. And I ain't talking about 10 grand in one ad. I'm talking about 8 apps. The new people that we're finding that are producing like this, like you did in the beginning, Adam, we're finding new people that did it doing it like that. Because the same thing we used to do when we got started, exact same. Oh, that's right, we got guaranteed issue now. Oh, that's right, we've got Medicare now. Oh, that's right, we got accidental. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff now. Get them in the house, we can sell them something. Gus Duran, where's Mercedes, Gus? She out selling something? I can't hear you.
She's outside selling. She's not allowed to be in the house after 10 a.m. I kick her. Say, go ahead and make money, woman.
Go make money, woman. There he is, Adam Johnson. Y'all looking right at him. Adam, give him a peace out or something. Give me the thumbs up, peace out, something. Adam Johnson. Here he is with 6 apps, 8 grand a week. Adam, we used to have a heart attack. If somebody wrote 5,000 in a dead gum week, we'd lose our mind. You spent 8,000 this week.
That's right.
I love it. Lee Reyes, $8,000 this week. Stephen Davies, $7,000 this week with 6 applications. Annuity producers. Mr. Fleming rolled in here with a $400,000. Scroll down to the annuity producers. Ron Fleming knocked out $400,000. Chuck Betts coming out with $226,000. Who else got it? They got the annuities. Adam Johnson. That's what I'm talking about. Did Adam have one? Wait a minute. No. Monica Workman, $126,000. Alara just consistently. Marcus Richardson. There go Marcus. Marcus, give me some muscles, man. That's right. $90,000 annuity, Marcus Richardson. We're finding them. Pumi, I see you now. What's up, Pumi? You killing it, girl. How long you been with us? 6 years? I'm just joking. You passing people been with us 6 years. 2 years. This your second full year? Can you unmute, Pumi?
2 months. This is my 3rd month.
This is your 3rd month.
Yes.
It's your 3rd month, not your 3rd year, not your 2nd year. This is your 3rd month.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Pumi, you know you done joined a great team, right?
Yes.
And you know you smoking people been there. Like, you ever seen people stick out your chest? I've been with this company 7 years. You ever seen that? When you hear 7 years, I want you to, I don't want you to have to talk about it. I want you to say income, team, partner. Make sense, Pumi?
Yeah.
You can do this. You do not have to wait for anybody. There's no discrimination here because you're a girl. This is no discrimination because you ain't from North Carolina. There's no discrimination because you up north, down south. We don't care. What we're looking for is people with the want to. We're going to talk about the differences of people that make it big and some don't. You ready for this?
Yes, I am.
3rd month. What did you sell before? Were you a car sales or mortgage sales? Or?
I come from a teaching background. So I taught 10 years in Zambia before I came to the United States. And coming to the United States, I was like, the kids are too crazy over here. I'm not going to teach. So I went into corporate America as a human resources administrator. So I had a benefits background. I worked 12, 15 years as a HR person. So I have a background of working with benefits and helping people. So when I came to insurance last year in March, I just had to learn insurance sales.
I got it. Now you got it going on. Are you calling your own leads or somebody else book them for you?
I'm calling my own lead.
And then you go write them, or you write them over the phone?
I go write them. I tried over the phone. It wasn't working. They were like, I don't know you. I'm not gonna give you my information.
Not giving nobody from Zambia my information.
I know, and my accent too. They're like, where are you? Are you in the United States?
That's what they asked me. Where are you from? They call me a carpetbagger. You're a carpetbagger. I don't even know what that is.
Yes. You sound like a scam. Are you even here in the United States?
That's what they say to me. Are you a carpetbagger? I said, I don't even know what a carpetbagger is.
Yeah.
Calling me names, Pumi. I don't like to be called names. Pumi, I got a book you ought to read. A friend of mine named Chris Gardner. Chris Gardner. There's a movie he made. He's real good with those Rubik's Cubes, but he made a movie called Pursuit of Happiness. You ought to watch that movie sometime. Will Smith plays Chris Gardner. Chris Gardner way better looking than that Will Smith guy.
I saw the movie.
That was Will Smith. You ain't seen Chris Gardner. You got to Google, look up Chris Gardner's, get his book. Okay, it's real. He rich. Who hired you, Pumi? Pumi, who's upline? Are you part of the carries?
Yes, Lee Reyes.
God, There's another graph. Looks like this right here. Just smoking up. You know why? They're adding people, and they get them to sell. They're adding people, and they get them to recruit. It ain't complicated. This thing is too simple to fail. If you fail at this, we need to make some adjustments here and adjustments there. All right. Top 3 with Foresters. Debbie Ben leads the way. 10 apps issued for 10 grand. Mr. Stephen Davies, 7 grand for 6. And Adam Johnson, number 3 in the country with Foresters. Top 10 recruiters. I'm going to tell y'all something. My staff is just smoking people in recruiting. Put in 9 on the blue team. What happened, red team? Lucero Diaz and Justin Sharp put in 9. Cash Tampa. That's Andy Riddle's secretary. When the secretary beats you, don't let the secretaries whoop you. Cash should be mad. Cash is an athlete. He's a competitor. Put in 5 in the Andy Riddle team. Joseph 2. I talked about him producing. Here he is recruiting. You're going to see this guy's going to get promoted to agency managers. People's like, what's he doing? Well, 2 things, selling and recruiting. Ain't that hard. There goes the red team. Harrison Lutz put in 4. Marilyn Martin Ward done hired 4. Marilyn Martin Ward done put in 4. Stephen Davies put in 3 more. Alex Avian put in 3. Paul Roberts put in 3. Lil Body and Mr. Riddle. So let me get this right. Riddle put in 3, and Cash Tampa put in 5. Woo! 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 This machine is on like Donkey Kong, people. I don't think I've been this excited in my life. I don't even get paid no more. I'm just building value in stock. All I care about is getting other people to partner. All I care about is getting somebody else to multi-million. Why would I tell you wrong? It will hurt my stock value. I'm trying to value up by telling people the window is open. The window's not going to be open forever. They announced yesterday on our annual meeting of integrity, the price of the stock is skyrocketing. I didn't even know this. This is the first annual meeting I've been invited to because I've only been a partner for not even a year. The first annual meeting was unbelievable. Stock price going through the roof. A window of time to become a partner. We need you. You need us. Let's team up and do this thing now, Pumi. Lee Reyes is doing it. The Carries are doing it. Osuna's doing it. I don't know why everybody wouldn't want to do it. All right, let's see who's winning this Rolex. We'll do a little more recognition, then we're going to get into why does it work. Stephanie Rodriguez is spanking everybody. 54,000 looks like she's going to win this Rolex unless somebody picks up the pace. Stephen Davies was gaining on her. He is still gaining on her. He's close. Debbie Ben's close. Yankee, there she is. Megan Yankee. Y'all are so close. I'll give you a tip, Megan. This is not going to be the last contest Foresters runs. They're going to start again January 1. They keep throwing money at us. We're going to keep promoting them. Danny Johnson, strongest I've ever seen him. Let's see what's next here. We got this contest. 10K Club, look at this. How many we got? Scroll down. We got 150,000 people in here. We only got 200 T-shirts. We already give away. There went 80 of them. There went 100 of them. There's 143. We got 57 more T-shirts for the 10K Warriors. We're looking for is 10K a week, 10K a week, 10K a week. What we do is everybody, once they rock 10 grand, we give them that T-shirt. But what we're looking for is 10 grand a week. Get vested. F&G giving away a little bit of cash. Gosh. You heard me mention Otsaway. Here he comes. He's about 3 apps away from catching Mark Muller. Mark Muller leads the country right now. $1,500. Mark Muller, I suggest you get another one pushed through because Marvin Otsaway's coming and Christina Gustin ain't far away. A lot of cash given away by Fidelity and Guarantee. This company throws money at us. All right, next. What's up? Where's our 100? Oh, here we go. Thailand. Do we have any new Thailand? I'm looking for a star. Is there anybody new? Anybody new? Oh, hey, ho, here we go. Pam Moore. Woohoo! Pam Moore is now in Phuket, Thailand. Woohoo! James and Stephanie Blas, you are so close. Mike and Brittany Rodriguez, so close. Emma Dobie, that's her name. Elena Emma Dobie. She said it's in the bag. Emma Dobie, we got to get them pushed through. Don't take no chances. Gil Stutling Forrest. Jason Molina, who was on the caller right there. Jason Molina, give me some muscles from Jason. Show them biceps, Bo. We put money in the biceps and the billfold. Molina, give me a little bit of muscle. Let me see it. Molina. His daggone picture done froze. That's Jason Molina right there, the one with the picture froze in the car. All right, who's next? Rolex, more Rolexes. Chris Long, you have moved into the money. As he would say, from out of nowhere. There's Molina. Molina, you ain't getting even the muscles. You haven't seen the muscles. That's what I'm talking about right there. Chris Long, we need double muscles. You done moved into the Rolex. Robert Wilson, you better get off of social media and get back on the street. I love you, post, but I'd like for you to get a Rolex, brother. There's Molina. Robert Wilson, we need you to get one of these Rolexes, and Chris Long has done pushed you out. Joseph Dukes, you had it. You had it. Brant Swindell, who's hanging on. Marcus Richardson moved up in there. Adam Johnson. Look at you, Bo. Talk about Rolexes. Here he comes. Megan Wood leads the country by almost 200,000 more than number 2. Oh, my God. She says she's going to write $1 million next year. She's at 646,000. I'm going to tell y'all something. Retta, you can't teach want to. You can't teach desire. People are satisfied in a minute. You got to find people that want it, baby. Mark Hutchinson. Yeah. You get it. Jane Hill. Jane Bean Hill. Katrina Gustin. Janina. Megan Yecke. There she goes. Paul Menachino. Woohoo! All right, let's see what's next. Jeff Turner's on there. Junior Korea's close. $100,000 giveaway. $100,000 giveaway in leads. Lead cash, we call it. Joseph 2, he is smoking. Lou Abadi, looks like he's going to pick up $10,000, Lou. $10,000. Come on, Lou. Keep recruiting. Stephanie Rodriguez, $5,000. Rosa in there for $4,000. Stephen Deacon, that's Deacon. All right, let's go next. Let's get your lead cash. All these will be posted. By the way, that private Facebook is growing like crazy. I love the communication. People have a question. People are answering it. It's a private Facebook. Make sure you're inviting your downline on it when you first get them in. Make sure you're posting pictures and recognition. That is something that people are successful. Post that recognition. People love to get recognized. All right, here we go. What's next? Recruiting. Mr. Riddle is killing number 2. Rodriguez, not bad. 62. Brandon Beal coming on strong. Bill's on track for $5,000. Adam Katz on track for $4,000. Mike Marisi building a hell of an organization at $3,000. There goes my ABTF, my red team, my blue team. I love it. My red team down there at 38. All right, let's see what's next. Agency managers recruiting another $300,000, people. Megan Wood. Oh God, is this agency manager? She's non-agency manager. What is this? Is this some agency managers?
This personal production. Personal production.
Personal production. Oh, I should have known. Megan Wood, number 1. God. $25,000 lead cash. She don't even need the lead. She don't need the money. Why y'all giving her $25,000? Oh, she's smoking this thing. Mike and Michelle Alleman. There go your mama, Megan. Megan Alleman. There go your mama. You'll win $10,000 in lead cash. 3 leads for 3-4 months. I don't know how much she spends, but it's 3 to hire people. 10,000 to hire people. Janina Wilson gonna get $5,000. Chris Long, there he is. Chris, you get some leads. Your wife be giving them out to them agents. Woohoo! What's next? Gotta have something else. Jason Tawny Carey got somebody. Jacob Bell Krause got somebody. Brandon Beelding got somebody. And here's the somebodies. All right, let's go I'm done. Let's go to the leader. Let's go to the
Andy, this is the new Foresters contest, the Foresters holiday incentives. It's just like the fall incentives. It's the top 100 in the country.
Okay. All right. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I appreciate it. Here we go. Debbie Ben is number 2 in the United States of America. Stephen Davies is number 6 in the United States of America. This is us competing against the whole world. Where's Stephanie Rodriguez on that? We're going to scroll down at least till we see her. Oh, here we go. Karen, that's that new girl, Karen Hunley. Stephen, I don't know who that is. It'll take me a minute to pull it up. Steve, my friend here in Florida. Joseph Dukes, Dion, Dr. Martha Batorsky. All right, guys, we've got just a few days on this Foresters contest rolling in here. I think it's just December, if I'm not mistaken. They're giving away that money cash. I'd be putting some strong foundation in there if I was you, or maybe a smart UL. Chris Long, you ought to cash in on that. Is there any more I need to recognize, Tia?
Just issued 2 this week, so I'll be there next week.
Good stuff. All right, guys. Let's talk about what makes some people successful and some not. This is I was texting a couple guys that wanted to be taught. I don't know, Marcus, did your brother make it on? Did Joshua make it on?
Yes, he's on.
All right. I can't see him though. He's just.
Oh, he told me he was jumping on the call. Did you want him to jump on this with the link?
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. If he ain't on, I'm gonna talk to him.
He's on.
He's on. Okay. There he goes. There's Joshua. Turn on your video, Joshua. Hey, Josh.
I don't know what was going on. For whatever reason, it wasn't connecting me, or I was in some other forum. I don't know what happened.
All right. So you sent me. Tell me that text you sent me this morning, Joshua. Can you pull it up?
Yeah, I'm actually pulling it up right now. I was reading your book this morning, and you mentioned how some people got started and went crazy during their first year, and that's what I plan to do. Plan on lapping everybody. But the 8 things that you mentioned, outside of those 8 things that you mentioned, what other factors do you think contribute to being successful in this business?
Yeah. So Retta, wave at Joshua. Wave you, Retta. Okay. And Pumi, will you give a little wave at Joshua? All right. So Joshua, those 8 steps are simple. Okay. If you like. Do you know people that went to college where you did and failed out just because they wouldn't even go to class? Just because they wouldn't even show up? Here's what you say, other than showing up at class, what's important to get a college degree?
Making sure that you're coming up with a time management plan that works for you, doing your assignments.
But let me explain something to you. If you don't go to class, all that other stuff is malarkey. Does that make sense? In other words, the simple stuff is the number one stuff. So those 8 steps probably seem too simple, like showing up to class. But when you say something like time management, it sounds so smart. You with me? Get your ass to class. You see how that sounds like? It sounds like a Riri, dumb could make it, right? That's the way I want it to seem, because it's true. How many of y'all on the call are thinking, he's right, a pretty dumb person could make big money with us? Raise your hand like that in agreement. But how many people know that people fail because they won't do the little things? Give me an amen on that one. Can I get a hand right on that? They just want to do the little stuff. Like, for example, the 8 steps of success. Okay? I'm gonna tell you some other stuff that sounds smart. But what Gus is holding up is usually what I nail people's butt with.
I was reading it this morning. I'm almost done with it, actually.
People, let me tell you, here's one thing I understand. Your team is going to copy you. You show respect to Marcus, your team's going to show respect to you. You disrespect the system, your team will disrespect you. that make sense? If you want to get rich, your team will want to get rich. If you're complacent, typically your team will copy you unless they quit copying you and find somebody above you. Does that make sense? This is some simple stuff. And that's really, but I'm gonna make you feel better. I'm gonna tell you some complicated stuff right here. Here we go. Investment in relationships matters. Investments in productive relationships matters. If you get to know, I did a little seminar down here, 4-hour seminar in Florida. I had one guy, he was so funny because I brought him in. I hope he's on this call. We brought him in the other day, and we had people stand up. I made $150,000. I made $200,000. I made $67,000. I made $100,000. Most I've ever made in my life. And that guy raised his hand. He said, "Hey, I'm used to making about $600,000 or $700,000. Is there anybody in here that I need to talk to making that kind of money?" I said, "My man don't like confidence. He don't lack confidence. But he's made money. I mean, he drove his little Corvette there and got him another little Mercedes, got him another Ferrari, and that joker had on a hat, glasses. He looked about like me, as in, I don't believe that fool got no jet. He had money. I said, let me introduce you. Let me introduce you to the right ones. So Marcus and Joshua, your deal, Marcus, Joshua, your people gonna copy you. So if you're doing everything you can to get around Albright, they gonna do everything they can to get around you. But if you ain't sucked in, if you ain't leaned in, then they're gonna lean out. And typically, people will copy your bad stuff more than they copy your good stuff. You do something good, they're gonna copy that much. You do something bad and arrogant, they're gonna copy it that much. They're gonna do it even more. Making sense? So productive relationship. There she goes. Hey, Courtney. Courtney, I hope your guy's on here.
I think so.
Text him. Well, first of all, tell me his name. Tell me that guy's name.
Eric?
Text him. You're listening to us talk about you.
Okay.
People want to feel important, Joshua. This, by the way, Courtney, this is Joshua Richardson. This is Marcus's brother. He is going to, if Marcus don't get on board, he's going to beat his brother. He's going to beat his brother to district manager.
Hey, it sounds good to me.
I don't even know what district manager is, but I'm going to whoop him. You see how she's texting her guy, Joshua? You should be texting your guy saying, are you going to get on? Are you on? You with me? Copy, copy, copy. Association. See, you're on here, Joshua, with the big boys. With Megan Yakey, Jason Molina, Katrina Gustin. Hey, Katrina. What's up? Show me muscles. That's what I'm talking about right there. Is this making sense? You and the big boys. Network. Get involved with productive relationships. People, see, Megan Wood went right to the top. Toomey, right to the top. Richardson, right to the top. You have a choice on who you hang out with. Productive relationship. The most productive person that can tolerate you. The richer person you can talk to that'll tolerate you. Don't wait. Don't be scared. I wouldn't have thought about you had you not texted me this morning. When you texted me, I went, Joshua with me. He's hanging in there with me. Courtney texted me, I ain't got nothing to tell you. I said, well, you just told me something right there.
Okay, so my question, I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but so once you've established this relationship, right, and you said that the factors to growing your business, right, is to invest in productive relationships, right? I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I read that in your book. But is to invest in productive relationships. So once you've established that relationship, how do you continue to deepen that relationship so that it doesn't remain stagnant where it's at, and that you can continue to grow that relationship from a business standpoint and just from a relationship
That's a great question. Here's the way it works. Do what you say and show up again. Do what you say you're going to do and show up again. Every time you do what you say you're going to do and show up again, people love it. I got a new guy down under Manly, and every time I try my best, I do what I say I'm going to do. I need for him to be on this call. He said he would be on calls. I need him to be on this call. Does that make sense? Do what you say you're going to do and show up again. Every time with your downline, Marcus, I keep calling Joshua Marcus. Joshua, every time you do what you say you're going to do and show up again, the relationship gets tighter. Okay? Number 2, relationship. Number 2, commitment. Some people get in, they committed. They invest their time, their money, their ego, their emotions, their family. They invest. They commit. Some people just plain out committed. The guy that I'm telling you that said, I've been used to making $600,000-$700,000. By the way, you're his upline. You need to text him, my guy Robert. Somebody needs to text Robert. Robert, I hope you're listening to this. Robert's family was flying in. He drove 2.5 hours for a 4-hour meeting, but he could only stay 3 hours. He drove 2.5 hours for a 3-hour meeting and then 2.5 hours back. I will do anything for that dude. He's committed resources. Most of the time, Joshua, here's what people do. They commit everything until they get $100,000 or $140,000, $200,000. Then you see no commitment. They commit everything until they get to $150,000, and then they quit with the commitment. Sometimes they get to 160. I know one guy get to 400. He did like this right here. You want to make millions? You got to keep it going. You say, can I take for a break for a minute? Yeah, but sooner or later, you got to get back going. Or else something will happen. You break your back, somebody get killed, you'll do something stupid, and you want to be like this when something bad happens. Joshua, you hear what I'm saying? It's not being content at any level. It's being Michael Jordan. It's being Kid Rock. It's being
a cleaner.
It's being 50 Cent. You with me?
Yeah, being a cleaner.
Yeah, cleaner. That's right. That's what Andy Riddle talks about all the time, being a cleaner. You read that book?
Yeah, Relentless by Tim Grover. It's a really good book.
Relentless, baby. Relentless. Most of them are not relentless. Most of them want to get out of poverty. Once you get them out of poverty, then they ain't relentless. Then they relent. They back off. That's the word. It's keeping the hammer down, Joshua. Some people crazy. You got to find crazy people. I know it's crazy to want to get rich. I can't help it. I'm like that. People say, you just materialistic. You just baby, probably. I can't say in public what you are, but I can tell you. I can infer it. Meow, meow. Meow. My mommy told me I can't go. My wife is going to leave me. My husband wants me to cook. Oh, really? Oh, hey, he wants you to cook. You should boil them gizzards before you fry them. Oh my God. Nobody gonna tell me what to do, Joshua. Albright gonna get rich. That's a little bit crazy, Andy. I'm committed. I give more money to churches than you do. I give more money to preachers. I give more money to car dealers than you. I love car dealers. Gun dealers. Machine gun people. By the way, if anybody can get you 9mm or 45 cal, I will buy them from you. I will give you money. Them things hard to come by. Why do you want bullets? Because it trade bullets for anything in the world. It's like trying to give a guy gold. I don't want to gold. How about some lead? Oh, I'll do business with you. People love it. People crazy. Committed, Joshua. Resources, money. Number 3. All right, here we go. The most valuable thing you have, Marcus Richards, to give somebody is your time. You can give them $2,000 worth of leads, but if you drive out there to your brother's house and you sit down and you start making phone calls, that's called involved. I think the quote kind of goes like this. I can read it. Let me see if I can find it. It's right here. You teach a man, he forgets. You show a man, he remembers.
Mm-hmm.
You involve him, and he will do it. Courtney, you can teach them all you want. They're going to forget. You show them, they're going to remember. But if you do it with them, dude, y'all would laugh your butt off. Y'all would laugh your butt off. This agent, I love her. She probably ain't on here, to be honest with you, but she might be. I don't know. She said, ride around with me and meet some of my rich people. I was like, all right. Chris Long, I jumped in the car. I made my son-in-law, I made Brandon go with me. I said, Brandon, you go with me. We start showing up people's house. They didn't know we was coming from the man in the moon. We sitting down in this multi-million-dollar house. She said, you got any questions for Mr. Albright? He said, I don't even know why y'all are here. I said, I come to meet some rich guy she want to meet me to. He said, well, nice to meet you, but why else are y'all here? I said, why are we here? And she said, I brought you a gift. And she gave him the annuity book. I was fired up out of my mind. I told the man we could get him 3 or 4% interest. And she went, whoa, Mr. Albright. We could give him 7 or 8% interest. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I don't know what I look like, an annuity salesman. Let me tell you something. That woman, if I told her, I want you to go to these people's house and whoop their butt, I think she'd come over to your house. I think if I gave her directions to your house, I think she'd come after you. We had a blast. We laughed. Man, Brandon Manley was laughing. He was like, that's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Involve them, Courtney. Involve them. And they will do more. Joshua, your job to build a network is to go build a network. Joshua, have some of these people that have been out of their basement. You with me? Joshua? You got to go. Even if you fail. I know this agent, he took this other agent out Friday. He went on 8 appointments. He got cussed out. They tried to sell him drugs, slammed the phone in their face, laughed at him, didn't sell nothing all day long. I was so fired up. I said, I bet your downline thinks he is going to outsell you. And you hear what I'm saying? Now I'm going to tell you what, the downline was so fired up because the upline got beat up so bad, the downline was just dying laughing. You hear me, Joshua? People think you got to succeed. What you got to do is fail. You go with me, I'll be meeting people left and right. I will get shut down, laughed at, cussed out, blown off, and then a couple people say, I've been praying for life insurance. I've been praying to get into the insurance industry. Some people never fail because they never try. You got to involve your people, Joshua. Involve them with your time. Go do something with them. Go take them out. Go show them how to recruit. Go show them how to sell. Go call their friends. Go over to their friend's house. Show them what to do. Teach me, I forget. Show me, I'll remember. Go with me, and I will act. Involve me. Number 4, belief. Here's the question, Joshua. If you knew, Gus, if you knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that if you went to Nashville, Tennessee with this new person and helped them, if you knew beyond the shadow of a doubt, would you go? If you knew that they would build 100,000. What it's called, Joshua, is called faith. Here's the way faith works, Joshua. Matter of fact, why don't you tell me how faith works, Joshua? I know you're a Bible man. Tell me how it works.
I don't know if I qualify as a Bible man all the way. But
your daddy
to me, faith is believing in things that you cannot see as if they already exist.
You hear when I said 100% believe that it would work? That's because you already know it already exists. But here's what happens. When you have absolute faith, Joshua, in every single prayer, not every single prayer will come true. But because you have faith, some will come true. But if you don't have faith, none will, because you don't act. This woman said, you want me to tell you, it's a real religious lady. She said, you want me to tell you how to get your prayers to come true? Get off your knees and go do what you're praying for. Go do what you're praying somebody else to come to your house and do. The Christian said, get off your knees and go do. What if she knew about the COVID? I was saying, what if we counted how many people rode motorcycles? There's 3,000 people riding motorcycles today. Oh, God. Fear, baby. Fear. Scared of motorcycles. Here's what I tell them girls, Joshua. They said, what should we do for protection when we go in the house? Take a pistol. Should I get a concealed carry? Yeah. Don't drink none of the water or Kool-Aid or coffee or anything they give you. Just do like this, go like. But stop before the fluid gets to your mouth. Why not? Because I want you to be scared. Why? Because fear keeps people moving more than greed. Fear of it taken away from you is stronger than the need to get it. I will guarantee you, if I could stick a thermometer, if I could stick an integrity thermometer into you, if I could stick a thermometer right into you and I said, all right, stick that right in there, Joshua's head, be like, woo! If I measured what gets you going more, your brother spanking your butt year after year in income, are you getting rich? The getting the butt spanked would burn you up more than getting rich. And if there's a guy comes up to you and says, that's not like me, I don't really care about losing nothing, you just know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with that person. Reach over and take his billfold, take his girlfriend, take his car, take anything he's got, because he ain't going to fight for it, he said. Then when he starts fighting for it, now you're dealing with a liar. Does that make sense? People will fight to keep something more than they will fight to get something. So what I did, Joshua, is I said, I'm going to move up and I'm not going back. So I keep going harder because I don't want to go back. You ever heard this? Either a tomato is getting ripe or a tomato is getting rotten. There's no just being a tomato. It's getting ripe or getting rotten. Why do most people fail? They want to just be a tomato. They don't like the growing part. They don't like fighting for it. They just want to stay the same. Then they get crushed when an obstacle comes along. Back problems, get COVID, the mama dies, the family has to move in with them. You got to figure out a way to keep moving up and keep fighting.
Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm like, this is my first time doing this, if I'm interrupting or anything like that. But so with that being said, so I hear you're saying a lot about as far as like motivating people, and like one of the biggest motivating factors that people have is fear. And the two biggest motivating factors that we have as human beings is love and fear. So if you can't motivate somebody with fear, what steps do you take to motivate them to want the things it is that they desire? Like, you love the people around you, so because of that love, you're going to take action to, like, how do you, I guess, how do you do that?
It'd be like asking Dave Dorn. We think he's going to be coach of the year in the ACC. We don't know for sure. We think he ought to be. It'd be like asking you, say, listen, let me ask you, I got a kid that just, he's scared he's going to get a concussion when he hits somebody, so he just won't hit him hard. But I got another kid who had 2 dislocated shoulders, and we had to make him come out of the game. Had 14 tackles. Which one you gonna play, Joshua?
The one with the 2 dislocated shoulders because he wants it more.
That's right. So your job, a lot of people think you got to make people do it. That's what you're asking me is, how do I make this guy? Look, Marcus hopes that Joshua ain't scared of getting a concussion. Marcus hopes and wishes, but it's not up to Marcus to decide. It's up to you to decide. So as you hire 12 Rod, Joshua, make sure that as you hire people under them. You network, because we are networking to find, locate the winners and coach the winners, not coax, C-O-A-X, I think. We're not trying to coax nobody. We're not trying to convince nobody. We're going to coach somebody. So the kid with his dislocated shoulders, we're going to coach him on the read. When you see the quarterback line up over here and the slot over here, and when you see that, here's the gap you're going to hit. You coach them how to read the offense, but you can't coach a guy that's just glad that he got the uniform. So your discernment between kids that you're working with. See, I'm fighting. Look at this Gus guy. Gus, give him some muscles. Show him the back. You got one of those pictures you can pull up, Gus? Watch this right here, Joshua. Look at the back of his head. Can you scroll in? Yeah, no kidding. He couldn't talk. He couldn't walk. Had a tumor wrapped around his spine up in his brain. Throwing up. His wife got mad at the doctors and started cussing him out in Spanish. Arrivederci, you son of a... Loose, open it up, Gus. His wife, Mercedes, you know she's cool because she got a name like Mercedes. She cussed them doctors out. There she goes.
She louder. He's not louder. He's higher pitch. She said, "We're not leaving like that. We're not leaving until you tell us what it is.
We're not leaving the hospital until you diagnose him." And they finally ran an MRI and found a tumor wrapped around his head because she got mad. Well, then he couldn't talk, he couldn't walk because of surgery. So guess what she did?
I don't know if you can see it there.
The tumor wrapped around his. You find people like this. Now they're leading the country in sales. And Mercedes didn't even speak the English.
She still doesn't.
But here's what she does. Sign here. Sign here. She knows how to say sign here. Your checking account number. So what's happening is now they're finding people that are going to win. You identify them, and a lot of times, like whoever hired Gus, he ain't doing nothing, or she. And whoever hired them ain't doing nothing. But then they're kicking butt and taking names. Is this helping, Joshua? In other words, you asked me how to make somebody do something, and I said, a man changed against his will is of the same opinion still. On the other hand, every stud knows a stud.
No, you're making a lot of sense. You make perfect sense. So, and when you find these winners and you find out what their why is behind why they want to win, how do you use their why, or not use their why, but influence them? I don't want to say use, right? But how do you influence these people to be better than what they already are? Because it's easy to find winners, right? I have a bunch of people in my life who look at life the way, well, not easy, but it's easier, right? When you're a winner, it's easier to find people who want to win because you're surrounded by them already, right? So how do I take people who want to win and increase their capacity for excellence?
Okay, get them right around the relationships, get them to commit money, and get them involved. In other words, what I'm telling you, that 8 steps of success, show them that book. Listen to this, Joshua. If they won't be on the calls, if they won't commit to 3 hours a week of being on the calls, how are you going to train them how to discern between a good guy and a bad guy? So if how's he doing, Courtney? Is he on there? Courtney Long, is he on there?
No, he has his other job.
No, he's at a job. So here's what you got to do. You got to send him the link and you say, listen to it. He talks about you the whole time.
I will.
And then you got to say, after you've done that, let me know. You see how I'm doing it, Joshua? I can't commit to you, Joshua, if you won't commit to me. So when you got this guy and you want to empower him, if he won't commit, what are we going to do? Does that make sense? What I always tell people, you're going to want something one day. 8 steps to success. You're going to want something. 8 steps to success. You see how I'm trading it, Joshua?
Yes, you make perfect sense. You sound like Jesus. You're telling a lot of stories. You're talking a lot in parables.
That man said I was like Jesus. That's different than that guy texted me that time and said, you ain't Jesus. Who do you think you are? I was like, bro, nobody knows I ain't Jesus more than I know I ain't Jesus. How about you talk to Joshua, though. He said I act like him a lot.
At least you lead like him. You talk a lot in stories. Jesus did that too.
I tell you what, he get mad when people didn't behave too, wasn't he? You know how he what was it we decided the other day? Who was that apostle that said, I became all things to all men so that I might save a few?
I believe it was
Paul. It was Paul.
Your job, Marcus, your job, Courtney, is to become all things to all men so that you might save a few. If I'm working with a guy, Joshua, or a girl, I have simple, easy to follow instruction. If you won't do the simple, easy to follow instructions, how do I expect you to follow the complicated instruction? Here's this guy said, he said, texted me. I posted this text. Come from an American war hero, special forces, behind the enemy lines kind of a guy. He said, so it's always beneficial to teach a guy to recruit and get in depth. Not always beneficial to keep him selling. Like, well, put it this way. I'm not going to train a guy to make 6 figures that if he won't do the stuff that I want him to do, which is expand my network. I'm going to be nice as everything to him if he wants to expand my network. But I'm going to be trying to expand my network. Because every dud knows a stud. And if I got one person, Joshua, he's going to die. How do I know that? I have studied health in America, and everybody dies. So you got a source of income, a person you got started, he's going to die. How do you know when he's going to die, Marcus? Joshua? Retta? You don't know.
No.
But you know he's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But you know if you got a 50-year-old and you have to like Gus going to die one day. You with me? I'm telling you. Gus said, it'll be tomorrow. That's right. Me and him could go tomorrow. Drunk driver. Drunk driving. Don't do that, Gus. Watch this, Joshua. If you hire somebody underneath somebody, you get 10, and they're younger than the person you hired originally. See, you younger than your brother. You're going to live longer than him more than likely. It ain't guaranteed, but all of a sudden I went from 1 guy to 2. Now, if I get you, get 3 or 4 more selling, and both of y'all flying somewhere in a helicopter, maybe shooting at hogs or something, and then they dip down and the helicopter gets all sideways, y'all crash and die, both of y'all. I can get all 3 of them people. See what I'm saying? Now watch this. Let's say that the helicopter recovers, and all you do is break your back. Well, now you got a team selling, so you got some money coming in. that make sense? Now watch this. Let's say you go to those 3 people and you help them all become agency managers. And then Integrity comes and offers you a $10 million all-in deal. They give you $4 or $5 million upside at front, show you how to make $4 or $5 million on the back end, show you how to make $7 more million. You're a partner, you own stock in my company. Woo! Because you helped other people. You ain't gonna find a company that goes public that didn't help other people. You're not gonna find a company that gets purchased that didn't help other people. You can't come up. Uber got wealthy because they help other people. How many people you know making $15, $20 an hour? That's because Uber helped them make $15, $20 an hour, and it helps people save 50% on their taxi costs. They helped other people. That's where the big money is, helping other people. That's what Walmart does. Helping other people drives the revenue through the roof. And they're all, by the way, every one of them are simple. Walmart's simple. Uber's simple. Oh, the technology is unbelievable. Whatever. Just a program. It's really just an idea. That's what it is. Richardson. Marcus. Got to be specific with Richard.
Yes, Andy.
Preach to him. Tell him something, Marcus. Light him up. I mean, matter of fact, don't light him up. Go over there and talk to Retta. That's who you need to talk to. Tell Retta something, man. Lay something on him. Put some biblicals. Put some James, Matthew, John, and Mark on him.
I like the when you were talking biblical stuff, I did think about that story with Joshua when he was going in and the city of Ai, and they had made a mistake, the people did, and they weren't getting victory. And he was praying and praying and praying and said, God, you told us that we were going to be able to get the victory. Why can't we get the victory? And God spoke to him and he said, because you got sin in the camp, Joshua. And God spoke to Joshua. He said, Joshua, stop praying and go deal with the sin. So he had to go in and stone the whole man's family. He had to take action. There comes time when we got to stop praying and take action. We're in the season of action right now. We're acting, Andy. I love what you're doing. I appreciate you helping my brother and me all these years. But that's what I thought of when you said go biblical.
You here, I think this is funny. This is right now at 1:32, and my high school friend, just sent me a message back. 1:32 today. Look at that right there. I'm gonna send this to Megan Wood. And I'm gonna say, call my friend up. It says, Andy, I would love to take you up on your offer. Just let me know what I need to do, please. 45 hours a week is no problem. Let me know what's next. Here's the way it went down, Megan. I ain't seen this guy. I ain't laid eyes on this guy since I graduated 97 years ago from high school. And I don't know what happened. He liked something or he mentioned something, and I'll show you the whole sequence. I sent him a message. I said, what's up, Danny Barr? And he came back to me and he says, how you doing, man? And I said, I can't complain because nobody would believe me and some people would be happy that I got problems. That's what I said to him. Some people said, did you tell him we had leads? No, I did not tell him we had leads. I said, I can't complain because I know some people would be happy about it and other people wouldn't even believe me. And he came back with, ha. I said, what kind of job are you doing these days, brother? And he said, I'm sick and tired of being a maintenance worker. I'm looking for something else right now. And I went, aha, I'm your huckleberry. I think I said, I'm your huckleberry. If you'll give me 45 hours doing exactly what I say, you'll make 6 figures. It's texted him this or messaged him this. You'll make 6 figures next year, or I will write you a check and make up the difference. Now let me explain something. Huh?
We have the same deal. Like, does that stand
yes,
for me? Or?
You got the same deal. If you don't make $125,000 next year, I will write a check and make up the difference. If you do what I say,
do that.
You faith. You got to do what I say. I like that you're getting through class fast. You've been for 2 weeks.
Well, I finished yesterday. I just have to go take the state exam, but Marcus is giving me the remainder of the 2 weeks to study so I can do good on the test.
You did it in less than 2 weeks. You finished in 9 days.
Yes, I don't remember what the exact day. I think it was like 10 or 11, something like that. Marcus isn't gonna let me live it down. I think he might have beat me by like a day or two. It's all good.
So here's another thing we said. Why are you going to give Megan Wood? Why you shuffle people over to Megan Wood? Why you shuffle people over to Stephanie? Why you shuffle people over to Brandon Bill? I'm shuffling people to the people that getting results. People that are on my call. People that are paying attention. You make sense, Joshua? So your job now, if you ain't heard this, the 125. I said, go get people in class. Be a closer. Go to their house, get their credit card, put them in class. Well, let me get this straight, Amy. You want me to go over to their dormitory and put them in class? Yeah. And then I want you to ask them who they know that might want to make some money. And I want you to call them for them. I want you to get them to call.
That is something that I am planning on doing, and I have set up times to do that. But I think it's going to be a lot easier to do once people can see the effects of what this opportunity can bring.
I'm going to give you an effect if I get reach through this daggone Zoom on your head. I said to do it. I didn't say when, if, but, and all that crap. You just cut down. You ain't going to make but 115 at best if you don't quit. You understand what I'm telling you?
I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying.
Go do it.
I understand completely. I understand 100%, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
I got an idea.
But what I'm saying is that
I know what you're saying. I know English. You ain't talking to Mercedes. I get it. Let me how this works, Retta. I don't care if you go over to their house and fail. I need you to go over their house like it's already a done deal. I need you to act like it's going to work. Pretend like it's going to go work. And
it's going to work.
If you go over there and it don't work, you call me back and you say, Jesus failed me. I said, Jesus didn't fail nothing. You just didn't close. We need to talk to you about your closing technique. That'd be like, when I'm on Fidelity and Guarantee is going to write you a $100,000 check if you die. Well, can you introduce me to somebody that's actually got a check? Bro, they're dead. Oh, well, I meant, can you introduce me to someone who got a check off of their spouse that lived? See what I'm saying, Joshua? Mm-hmm. The insurance is going to pay, and this is going to work. That sounds crazy, don't it? But I'm telling you, blind faith works. Am I telling him right, Marcus Richardson?
100%, Andy.
Faith. Give me a story in the Bible, Marcus Richardson, where Jesus said, I don't need you to wait for proof. Your job is to do the act.
I think when Peter stepped out of the boat, Peter said, if it's you, tell me to come. And he didn't wait for it to come happen. So Jesus was walking to him on the water. Peter steps out on the water. He's out there with Jesus, and then he starts seeing the storm come, and Peter starts drowning and freaking out. But he was out there, though. He stepped out on faith, and then he starts drowning. He says, Lord, save me. Jesus picked him up out the water, and they both got back in the boat. That was blind faith. He just got out the water and started walking.
What did Moses say when he told him to go talk to the king?
Oh, he said, I stutter too much. I can't do it.
Jesus. He'd been a good Bible salesman, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus, you can see it. God, the Holy Father. Is that the way it went down? Is that the way it went down?
Yeah, that's about how it went down, Andy.
He said, you better get up in there with your stick. Take your stick and go on up in there. I don't know. Hey, Marcus.
Yes, sir.
Man was asking me, he said, in the Bible, what does it say about the wife and the husband and who's going to lead? And you better, whoa, let's don't go there. We don't make somebody mad. We better keep talking about stuttering. Whoa, ew, ooh, ew, ooh. Let's just pick the parts of the Bible that we like.
You want to dive in or you want to keep going?
I want to move on. We'd be ready to go down the route we didn't need to go down right there.
Okay.
Dude, I thought we was talking about making money. I didn't know we was going to go scripture. Oh, yeah. Now you want to not go scripture, don't you? Mm-hmm. Retta.
Yes.
Tell me about you. What'd you do before this? I done heard from Pumi. She was a school teacher. What'd you do?
Actually, I was a police officer for 18 years. After that, I was a student service advisor at the college here locally. And retired from that. Now I just work the Alliance.
Are you interested in changing the world, getting wealthy, or you just want to get by just so I know how to deal with you?
I want to change the world. I want to help people. And yes, I do want to make extra money. My son had a vision that he wanted to become rich and do things for me, get things for me. But, I lost him last January, and now I am wanting to fulfill, his wishes.
Sorry for your loss. They say that's
Thank
the
you.
most traumatic thing that can ever happen is lose a child.
But I've been on the receiving end of a life insurance. I've had life insurance on him, so I was on the receiving end of the of a policy there.
What company paid? Which insurance company?
At that time, I got it when he was a baby. It was State Farm.
State Farm paid the claim?
Yes.
That's good to know. A lot of times State Farm, you got to argue with them.
I had no issues with them, but now I'm doing insurance through us, through the Alliance with our companies, with myself and with my daughter.
Wait a minute. What'd you say about your daughters?
I have insurance on my daughter through the Alliance, as well as a State Farm policy when she was a baby.
Okay. You got policies on you?
Yes.
Have you started hiring people?
Yes.
Who's the best you got so far?
That would be Terry Hanks.
First name is what?
Terry.
Terry.
Terri.
That's a he?
She.
She. So Terry the she with the I, she got this thing going on.
Yes, she does. She's excellent out in the field.
Have you talked to her about hiring people?
She has several people in class now.
Who's the best one she got?
That I'm not aware of right now. I know she has several in class. I don't think she has any actually producing yet. They're in class. She's been with us for about 2 months right now. 2, maybe 3 months.
All right, here's the way it goes down. You listen to me, Richardson? Both of you? So she's got Terry, and then Terry's got 2 or 3, but Retta don't know which one's the best. Retta, here's the way it works. You call it, it's Terry. First of all, I text Terry and say, Terry, I hope you're on this line. God, I hope you're on this line. I hope you're watching. I hope you listen. Then you talk to Terry and you say, Terry, I've been wondering, who do you think is the one with most potential? Because I want to help the one with the most potential get the most ROI. Then you reach out to that person because how long you been doing this, Retta?
I actually started back in September of 2019, just a little policy here and there, but now I've going more full time.
So who knows better how to do it, you or Terry? You.
She started in on full time. I'm hoping I know more. I've been doing it a little longer, but I do still have more to learn. You can never stop learning.
Y'all hear that noise? That's Casper. I got to go see by him. Terry wants you to talk to her best person.
Mm-hmm.
You talk to her best person and find out if she knows that she can put people in class, or he knows that he can put people in class. Then go to that second person Terry's got. If Terry tells her people to trust you, then you, when you talk to the people under Terry, they will more likely do what you say, because you got Terry recommending that they listen to you. Okay? Mm-hmm. Then if those two people are watching right now, then they are learning and moving forward right now. And if they're not watching right now, you should tell Terry, it would help if you would get your people on the calls. You don't have to. I ain't going to tell you what to do, but it would help if you did. You see how I'm teaching her, Joshua? This is how I did this thing. Yeah, this is how I did this thing. I saw you say yes, sir. This is how you do it. Retta, this sounds simple, don't it?
Yes.
It is, ain't it?
Yes.
The reason some people make it and some people don't, some people are what I call infatuated with this business. They are eat up with it. They're 24/7. Other people hit at it like somebody hitting at a snake with a stick. But when you're just all inundated and you think, how can I get deeper? How can I get wider? How can I get one of those Rolex watches for production? How can I win a trip for Thailand? They go round and round. Wit, deepest point, win that trip. Wit, deepest point, win that trip. Wit, deepest point, win that trip. So, Courtney, you could spend 100 hours with this joker teaching him how to sail. I would spend 50 telling him how to sail and 50, no, you know I'm lying. I'd spend 40 teaching him how to sail and 60 try to get in depth. I'd squirm and weasel. And I would make up every reason I could think of. Like, if you got hurt, sir, here's what I'd hit him with. This is what I hit him with, Terry. I'd go to those people down under, Retta, I'd go down. Pumi, you listen to this. I would go down to those people under Terry, and I would say to them, I was praying today. I was meditating today. I was looking up at the sky today, walking out on the beach. And a message came down to me, and it said, people are hurting out there. They're scared of COVID. They having friends, the restaurant shut down. You need to send a donation to people that have restaurants shut down. Because the government workers that are getting paid every day, and the restaurant guy that ain't getting paid had to shut it down, he needs a donation from you. The government workers are getting paid. You don't need to send them a donation. You need to send a donation to the guy that's when you can tip them, you need to tip them $100. And I was praying that I said I got to give bigger tips. And I also heard from heaven said there's people out there that are hurting, and you need to show them a way. So this is the people that Terry hired. I'm down here and I'm telling them that people are hurting, and they need to call everybody they know and offer them the opportunity that we've been provided with. That's the message I would have them, that it came from the heavens. You say, Andy, you can't say that if it ain't true. It is true. Is anybody else feeling that spirit, or is it just me? Raise your hands. Anybody feeling that spirit that we owe it? Megan Yaker, you feeling that spirit that we owe it to people? People are hurting out there. Joshua Richardson, you got college kids, no job, the industry's bad. They need an opportunity. And if they're coming up to you complaining and telling you how bad it is, they're not your people. It's the people that are suffering in silence and solitude, and they're thinking about killing themselves. There's people killing themselves every day in America. The suicide rate this year alone is over 35,000 people are going to suffocate themselves, drug overdose. One of my friend's son has tried to kill himself twice this year. One of my best friends, his son has tried to kill himself twice. They're suffering. They need a dream. They need something to focus on. Harry's friends, we need to give them a chance. We need to talk to them. Who are you thinking might be good at this? Mm-hmm. If Terry tells them, they might not listen. But if you come down in here and tell them, I know they're going to listen. And what will happen is somebody will find somebody and they'll get licensed in 2 weeks and start selling on their own, and they'll smoke some of these people been with us for 10 years. Just like that. And then all of a sudden people say, like, I ain't got no excuse. I ain't got no excuse. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's killing it. That's what we're looking for. And then we coach them up on how to get referrals, Joshua Richardson. We teach them on what policies to sell. We teach them how to get through AHIP so they can sell Medicare. We show them hospital indemnity plans. Basically, we go help change the world. But we can't do it with just the people on this television. Hey, Mercedes, let me see the muscles. Mercedes, what I'm talking about right there. Matorsky, let me see some muscles. That's Dr. Matorsky right there. Billy Crane, let's see them both. Billy Crane, what I'm talking about. Let me tell y'all something, 4 p.m. Eastern time. If you're interested, Chris, I'll send you a link. Marcus, I'll show y'all how this Medicare thing works. All right? Need some agency managers that are interested. I'll show you how this pay works. All right? Love y'all. Hope this helps. Some people make it, some don't. Here's why. 8 steps to success is your #1 barometer. And then it's just involvement and faith and commitment and who you hang out with. Real simple. All right, guys. Love y'all. Thanks for plugging in. Big time.
Thank you.
Make sure I ain't missing out on nothing. I think I got everything. Yeah, we did. Love you. Bye.